عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته طلبة وطالبات الصف الثاني الإعدادي أهلا ومرحبا بكم في البرامج التعليمية لمادة اللغة الإنجليزية منصة البث المباشر محافظة الإسكندرية توجيه اللغة الإنجليزية. Hello my dear students, welcome to Middle 2 sessions, English sessions. Okay, how are you? I'm very excited to meet you today. Today, we will be presenting, inshallah, Unit 3. Let's start. Okay, Unit 3, great jobs. Great jobs. Okay, let's have a look at today's aims of the session. By the end of today's session, I expect you will be able to, number 1, read an article about the Egyptian handball team. You will be also reading a text about ancient Egyptian doctor. This is in part 2 of the unit. You will read a text about heroes. By the end of today's and the next session, inshallah, you will be able to write a paragraph about rubbish collectors. Another paragraph about someone you are proud of. This might be your father or someone that is famous, family member. You will listen to descriptions of different heroes. You will listen to talk about a family history. In addition, you will listen to a discussion about what makes a hero. And we will not forget a speaking time. We will talk about heroes, discuss our family history, say what we are proud of. And concerning the language section, we will practice use to. You will also practice collaboration and communication skills. Values like work values, love and respect for homeland and the family. Some issues like citizenship, loyalty, belonging, and national unity. So these are the aims of Unit 3. Okay, before we start, I want you to match the names and the dates of birth and jobs of the following photos to the persons. Wow. We have here 4 photos, 4 famous people. And who is the person in photo number 1? He is Omar Abdel Qadir. Okay, when was Omar Abdel Qadir born? He was born in 1994. He is a sports coach. Okay, what about the woman in photo number 2? Okay, can you see her? Yes. So, which one do you think is she? Of course, she is not Magdi Yaqub, she is a woman. So, it might be Princess Fatma Ismail or Samira Musa. So, it looks like Samira Musa, right? Because this one, it looks like a princess. So, this might be Samira Musa. Okay. And she was born in 1917. She is a scientist. Oh, what about this person? He's a famous one. Do you recognize his face? Yes, he's Dr. Magdi Yaqub. Dr. Magdi Yaqub was born in 1935 and he is a surgeon. What about this woman in photo number 4? Okay, who do you think she is? She's wearing a crown. She's wearing a dress like princess dresses, right? So she is Princess Fatma Ismail. Princess Fatma Ismail was born in 1853 and she is a patron. Okay. So what do you know about the people in the photos that we have just seen? Omar Abdel Qadir, Samira Musa, Magdi Yaqub, Princess Fatma Ismail. Okay, so I want you to open your student books, page 22. Let's read, let's listen, and know more about these people. Okay, photo number 1 shows Omar Abdel Qadir. He was born in 1994. When Omar was 22, a shark attacked him and he lost a leg. But this did not stop him wanting to be successful. Now, he helps other people with similar problems and he's an important sports coach. Photo number 2 shows Samira Musa. Samira was born in 1917 and studied science at Cairo University. She was Egypt's first female nuclear scientist and wanted to use nuclear treatments in medicine. She died in 1952. Photo number 3 shows Magdi Yaqub. He was born in Bilbis in 1935. He went to Cairo University. He became an important heart surgeon. He then helped people with heart problems for many years. He stopped most of his work a long time ago. But in 2006, he started a charity to help children with heart problems. Photo number 4 shows Princess Fatma Ismail. The princess was the daughter of Khedive Ismail, and she was born in 1853. She became a patron of Egypt's first national university after she gave a lot of money and land to help it to open in 1908. From 1908 to 1940, people called it the Egyptian University, but it's now called Cairo University. Okay, back again after listening. Okay, so what do you know now about these people? Number 1, Omar Abdel Qadir is an important sports coach. A shark attacked him and he lost a leg. This didn't stop him to be successful. Number 2, Samira Musa was Egypt's first female nuclear scientist. She wanted to use nuclear treatments in medicine. Person number 3, Magdi Yaqub. Magdi Yaqub is an important heart surgeon. He started a charity to help people with heart problems. Person number 4, Princess Fatma Ismail. Princess Fatma Ismail is the daughter of Khedive Ismail. She became a patron of Egypt's first national university. Okay, now it's time to study the vocabulary in the listening text. The first word is attack. Attack. Attack is a verb. What do you mean by attack? To act violently against someone or something. In more simple words, to try to hurt, injure, or destroy. Can you put it in a sentence? He attacked the guard with a knife. Attack. The second word is successful. Successful. Successful is an adjective. It means achieving your aims or what you want. They were successful in winning the competition. Successful, it means they achieved what they want to do. And that is, of course, winning the competition. Nuclear scientist. Nuclear scientist. This is a noun. And this an expert, خبير in the study of atoms. Nuclear scientist, عالم نووي. Can you put it in an example from the listening text? Samira Musa was Egypt's first female nuclear scientist. Treatment. Treatment. It's a noun. It's a medical care given to a patient. The patient might stay at the hospital while receiving medicine. Can you put it in an example? Yes. Samira Musa wanted to use nuclear treatments in medicine. Another example, I'm receiving treatment for my injured shoulder. This means I am receiving a medical care at the hospital. Treatment. Heart surgeon. Heart surgeon. It's a noun. It's a job. A heart surgeon is a doctor who helps people with heart problems and performs operations in their heart. Can you give me an example? Yes, I can hear you. Magdi Yaqub is an important heart surgeon. Heart surgeon. Khedive. Khedive. It's a noun. Okay, it's a title. It means a ruler. This word is Turkish. It's a Turkish word which means sultan. Can you give me an example? Princess Fatma Ismail was the daughter of Khedive Ismail. So it's Khedive. Okay. We also have patron. Patron. It's a noun. Do you remember about Fatma Ismail, who was a patron for the Cairo University? So a patron is the person who supports an event with money and gifts and might land. It might be land. It's a sponsor or supporter. The female is called patroness, but we can call it patron too. Can you give me an example from the listening? Yes. Fatma Ismail became a patron of Egypt's first national university. Patron. National University. It's a noun. It's a university managed by government. For example, Fatma Ismail became a patron of Egypt's first national university. Okay, after listening, I want you to have a look at this question. Dr. Magdi Yaqub is a great Egyptian surgeon. Explain. Okay, why do you think that Dr. Magdi Yaqub is a great Egyptian surgeon? Remember, there is no right and wrong answer for this question. Okay? So, I think that Dr. Magdi Yaqub helped people with heart problems for many years. Moreover, he started a charity to help children with heart problems, and this charity is in Aswan. Question number 2. Why do you think Princess Fatma Ismail became the patron of Egypt's first national university? Why? Why is she? The answer is because she gave a lot of money and land to help to open this university. So she became the patron. The patron. Okay, after finishing our listening part, now it's time for language. So are you ready to revise the past simple tense? We have studied the past simple tense before, and now we'll have some kind of revision. Okay, so the past simple tense expresses an action that started and ended in the past, right? Okay, have a look at these exams and let's try to answer them together. The first one is done for you. Number 1, my uncle Rashid was born in 1961. In 1961, this is a year in the past. That's why we use the past form of be. And of course, because my uncle Rashid is a singular subject. Number 2, I want you to think of number 2. He, dots, started playing chess when he was very little, and he was always very good at it. So, what do you think is the right answer? So, the right answer is started. Excellent. This is the past form of start. Number 3, he does win a junior chess competition when he was only 12. All these are inclinations for the past simple tense. Okay, so the past form of the verb when is won. Excellent. The fourth one is he does meet Antrim when he was 20 and they get married in 1983. Also, this is in the past. This is a year in the past. So the past form of the verb meet is met, and get, the past form of get is got. So we say they got married. Number 5, in 1990, he dots become the number 1 chess player in our city. Again, a year in the past. So the past form of the verb become is became. Excellent job. Okay. Here, I want you to form questions using the given words. The first one is done for you. Number 1, when were you born? When were you born? So I want you to have a look at number 2 and try to form a question using these words. Yes, I can hear you. It's where did you go? Where did you go at primary school? Where did you go at primary school? Excellent. Number 3, walk to primary school. So do you think this is a yes and no question or WH question? Yes, give yourself a buzz. It's a yes and no question. So the right answer is, did you walk to primary school? What about the last one here? Who best friend at primary school? Yes. So the right answer is, who was your best friend at primary school? Excellent. Another practice. It's time to read and choose the right answer. When, as my parents were younger, they lived in Luxor. So when my parents were younger, they lived in Luxor. Then they moved to Port Said at or in 1990. Before years, we put the preposition in. My father got a job in Cairo 15 years ago or then. Yes, this is a key word for the past simple tense. So it's 15 years ago. They then lived in a small flat from or in 2005, from 2006. So the right answer would be from 2005 to 2006. From to. They moved to the bigger flat a year later, when or while I was born. So the right answer is when I was born. Let's check the answers together. I want you to think about this question. Where did you used to live when you were young? Okay, just remember. So, I used to live in a big house when I was young. Another one might say, I used to live in the countryside when I was young. I used to live in Cairo when I was young. So I wanted the word used to. Today's grammar part. We will be explaining and practicing used to. We use used to talk about habits. Remember habits? Something that I'm used to do. Or states. States mean things that were true in the past, but are not true now. For example, he used to live in the countryside, but now he doesn't. This means that this state was true in the past. The state of living in the countryside, the habit of living in the countryside. But this is not true now because he moved. He doesn't live in the countryside now. So the form would be, we put a subject plus used to plus verb in the infinitive form. Let's check these examples. Number one, I used to. I used to plus the infinitive form of the verb. I used to swim a lot when I was younger. He used to live in the countryside, but now he doesn't. Notice the two underlined words here. They are in the infinitive form of the verb. I want you to make the negative form. So let's have a look at the first example here. I didn't used to, and notice that there is no D here. I didn't used to enjoy studying, but I do now. So the form would be, we put the subject plus didn't used to plus verb in the infinitive form to make the negative form of used to. The second example, he didn't use to walk to school, but now he does. So we have didn't used to plus the infinitive form of the verb. Excellent. I can hear you now asking, how can I make a question using used to? Okay, let's jump right then and answer your question. Yes and no question. So we start with did, of course, because it's in the past tense. We start with did, then we put the subject, and then used to without ed. It's the infinitive, okay? And then we put the infinitive form of the verb. So I say, did you used to visit Cairo? Did you used to visit Cairo? Yes, I did. And this is a short answer. I can say, yes, I used to visit Cairo. Or, no, I didn't. No, I didn't used to visit Cairo. Excellent. What about WH question? We put the question word at the beginning, then we add did, subject, used to, plus verb in the infinitive. Look at this example here. How did he used to go to school? How did he used to go to school? The answer, he used to walk to school. And in the answer, we put the D, so the past form. He used to walk to school. Excellent. I hope you enjoyed used to rule. It's an easy one. Now it's time to practice. Okay, this is a passage about, do you remember that man in the photo here? Yes, is Dr. Magdi Yaqub. We'll be reading a passage about Dr. Magdi Yaqub. And while reading, I want you to answer, to fill in the gaps using used to or the negative, which is didn't used to. Used to or didn't used to. Let's read together and try to answer. We should all be proud of Magdi Yaqub. He was born in 1935 in Bilbis, but the family used to travel to many places because his father was an important doctor. Magdi also became a doctor. Before he stopped working in 2001, yes, I can hear you. He used to work in a special hospital in London. So he used to work. At this hospital, Magdi, yes, used to help to give people new hearts for the first time. Before 1980s, people with heart problems often died. In 2009, Magdi Yaqub started a charity for ill children in Aswan. Very ill children didn't used to live, because here he wants the negative form. Very ill children didn't used to live long lives, but many ill children can now live healthy lives. Okay, you did great. So let's check the answers again together. Used to work, used to help, didn't used to live. Time for more practice. Here in exercise 3, we will be doing 2 tasks. The first task, middle 2, is to reorder the question here. And after reordering it, you will be answering the question using used to. So what we will be doing here, inshallah, number 1, reorder the question. Number 2, answer the question with used to. The first one is done for you. So the correct order would be, what did you use to learn at primary school? The answer, we used to learn. Have a look at number 2. How can you reorder this question? Have, homework, a lot of, you, did, used to. Yes, I can hear you. So we would start with did. So did you used to have a lot of homework? So the answer, if it's a short answer, yes, I did. But remember, the rule for the answer is to use used to. So the answer would be, yes, I used to have a lot of homework. Okay, what about the second one here? Have, homework, a lot of, you, did, used to. So we start with did. I'm sorry, this is number 3. Games, what, you're, with, used to, did, play, you, friends. Okay, so we would say, what games did you use to play with your friends? What games did you use to play with your friends? How can we answer this? I used to play hide and seek. I used to play chess or any other game you would like. Okay, what about the last one here? The word school, how, used to, did, go, you, and to. So the right answer is, how did you used to go to school? How did you used to go to school? So how can I answer this? I used to walk to school. And notice the infinitive form of the verb, which is walk, after used to. Well done. Okay. Now it's reading time. And this is an enjoyable part of today's lesson. So before reading, I want to ask you, what are the most popular sports in Egypt? What do you think are the most popular sports in Egypt? Yes, I can hear you, of course. It's football. Yes, there are other sports, of course, like handball, basketball, but the most popular one is football. Not only in Egypt, but it's around the world, right? Okay, so let's start reading. Look at the title here. It's Egyptian Heroes. Egyptian Heroes. Okay, the Egyptian handball team are heroes. They won the Handball Africa Cup of Nations in Tunisia in 2020. They won the final against Tunisia 27-23. That means they are the best team in Africa. This is not the first time Egypt's handball team played in a final. In 2019, the junior team won the Under-19 World Cup final 32-28 against Germany. They were the first team from Africa to win it. In 2018, the senior team were also in the final of the Africa Cup of Nations, but lost the final against Tunisia. Okay, have a look at the words in bold here. What do you think they mean? 1. Hero, handball, junior, senior, and we have the word competition. Okay, so the first word is handball. Handball. Handball, it's a noun, and of course, it's a game or a sport. It's a game played in a court by 2 or 4 players. He use their hands. That's why it's called handball, because they use their hands to throw the ball, okay, or to hit the ball. Can you give me an example? The Egyptian handball team are heroes. I tend to use examples from the reading passage, and of course, you can give me other examples. Handball. What about this word? We came across a lot of heroes in the passage. So it's hero. Hero is a noun. It's a person who is admired, who you like most for his courage or other good qualities, maybe for his kindness. Like Muhammad Salah, he is very kind. He gives a lot of money to the poor. So he is a hero. Can you give me an example? The Egyptian handball team are heroes. Hero. What about this word? It looks familiar, yes? When? When? When it's a verb. It means to be successful. For example, the Egyptian handball team won the African Cup of Nations in 2020. When? The final. The final. It's a noun. It means it coming at the end or the last game in a competition. The last game. The handball team, junior team, junior team. What do you mean by junior team? It's a sports team at a school or college for players who are under 19. For example, the junior team won the under 19 World Cup. Quite opposite the junior is the senior team. Senior team. It's a noun. What do you mean by senior team? It's a sports team for players who are older 19. Remember the junior? The junior under 19, right? But the senior here, it's older 19. And it's called the first team, right? For example, the senior team won the final. Competition. Competition. Competition is trying to get or win something. Can you give me an example? Okay. Let's hope the Egyptian team can win the competition again. Competition. Okay. After reading these words, I want you now to think of this question. It's a post-reading question. The Egyptian handball team are heroes. Can you explain? Yes, let's get back to the passage and think why the Egyptian handball team are heroes. The answer is just right then, just right here. They won the handball Africa Cup of Nations in Tunisia in 2020. Not only this, but they also won the final against Tunisia 27-23. This means they are the best team in Africa. That's why the Egyptian handball team are heroes. Excellent. What about more practice for the vocabulary we have just studied? Okay, we have the word competition, senior, and when. What are we going to do now? I want you to complete this text using the words from the list. Okay, let's try to do it together. My brother Ahmed loves playing handball and is very good at it. When he was 8, he played in a junior competition because he was only 8 years old, so he will play in a junior competition for a team in our city. The team didn't win, but it was second. Ahmed is now 21, and last year he played for an important. Yes, now he is 21. So what would you think he would play in which team? Is it junior and senior? Yes, because he is 21, he plays for an important senior team. He was very pleased. Next year, the team are playing in an important. Yes, the last one is competition. I hope they win it. Okay. So let's check answers. Junior, when, senior, and competition. One last question. When did Ahmed start playing handball? Do you remember? When did Ahmed start playing handball? Yes, the answer is just right here. When he was 8, he played in a junior competition for a team in our city. Excellent. You did great job today, Medal 2. I enjoyed being with you today, and I will be waiting for you, inshallah, next Wednesday. And don't remember at 8 o'clock. كان معكم اليوم نورة محمود حسن. شكرا جزيلا. باي باي.